How's it going? So, HVAC, what is it? HVAC actually is an acronym. It stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. When you talk about an HVAC technician, what you're talking about is some sort of person that is able to work on both heating, ventilation, and air conditioning equipment. But in its very basic form, it's anything that has to do with heating, ventilating, or cooling an environment, whether that be a apartment building, a individual home, or a high rise. All of that has to do with taking some sort of an area and making it temperate. Its goal is really to make sure that we have a healthy environment that isn't freezing and that isn't dramatically hot for humans to dwell in. And so that kind of cuts off into two different categories. You have your residential on one side, which is anything that us as homeowners or renters, anywhere where we as humans would sleep and live. And then the other side would be commercial. That's going to be technically anything where we would work as humans. As an HVAC technician, generally speaking, you're going to work in a company that's going to really specialize in one or the other. There's a few exceptions, but by all accounts, if you're really good at residential, you probably aren't really good at industrial and commercial. And if you're really good at commercial and industrial, you might, residential is fairly easy, so you would be able to do residential, but really your focus is on commercial. And so you're going to know that stuff a lot more as far as the types of equipment, the controls, than you would specialized in the residential market. This particular training is geared around starting off in the residential market, where you're going to be going to individuals' domiciles and places where people are staying. And that's important for two reasons. You don't have to stay in residential, and you don't have to stay in industrial and commercial, but it is so much easier to start in residential. There's a lot of companies that are really looking for people like you, and what they're looking for is not so much a high technical level right now. That's something that they can teach. They're looking for a very high customer service and really a way of talking to clients. That's the goal of this particular section, is to talk about how in residential HVAC we can get you started, and then from there you can open up and decide where you want your career to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next video, and we'll talk a little bit more about what that means for you.